Bad news for economy is good news for you. $1,400 fourth stimulus check update specifically focused on people receiving Social Security, SSDI, retirement, SSI, VA, RRB, low income, no income, seniors, older adults, and of course people with disabilities. I have got all the details what you need to know right here in this video regarding the latest update on Paul's stimulus check on $1,400. So today I wanted to address this burning question many of you right here in the community have been asking. What's the latest update on Paul's stimulus check? There are tons and tons of people having lots of confusion and uncertainty out there, but don't worry, today in this video I'll be covering all the details and I'll be providing you all the details you need to know regarding potential $1,400 fourth stimulus check. And this fourth stimulus check for $1,400 is specifically focused on various groups including retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, low income, RRB, seniors, older adults, and people with disabilities. The aim to provide this stimulus check is support those who need it the most. The reason why I'm making this video, I have been receiving numerous amount of questions from our community about likelihood of another round of fourth stimulus check and the details surrounding it. I wanted to keep you all informed about the updated, all the latest information, and that's why I'm making this video. So guys, make sure to hit that like if you like this content, share this video, subscribe to our channel, don't miss out other videos from our channel as well. And without further ado, let's jump right into all the details. Alright guys, to start with the first important thing, I have to acknowledge things are changing very rapidly in 2023. We are seeing new bills, new packages, new proposal coming out into the Congress every single week. And with so much uncertainty, it's essential to break down the latest developments to understand what's really going on and how these changes will be going to impact your money, benefits, and that's why I'm making this video. So without further ado, let's deep down to all the important details. Now, when it comes down to the stimulus check and benefit increases, economy plays a significant role. While there are separate bills and proposals to raise the fixed income benefits like Social Security, SSI, SSDI, stimulus check are entirely different. They serve a different purpose depending on distribution of the money to the people in response to economic conditions as well. To understand the likelihood of another round of stimulus check, we must consider the health of our economy. Economic indicators suggest that economy is still relatively strong. However guys, things can change very rapidly. Here is the thing, the strong economy may not necessarily be a good thing when it comes down to a stimulus check. At the end of the day, it all comes down to economy. No matter how many requests we do to our lawmakers, Congress, how many letters we send them, when it comes down to Congress, lawmakers, politicians, they look at the state of the economy as a key indicator determining likelihood of another round of stimulus check. Also, it's very helpful to estimate the size of another stimulus check if they decide to allocate that. And here is the thing, unfortunately, good news into the economy such as low unemployment and strong economic numbers can actually hinder the chances of receiving another round of stimulus check. Now, despite the challenges, there are still reasons to be hopeful regarding the next round of stimulus check. Let me touch upon some of the factors that will be really important, and those are some factors which are still showing some hope that there is a possibility we should be getting another round of stimulus check. Alright, so let me show you another indicators, economic indicators happening later on this year and moving forward into the economy. Now, these are the factors along with ongoing challenges, changes happening into the economy which could pave a way forward for another round of stimulus check. First one, the impact of the economy. While currently economy is strong, typically considered positive, the current situation is different. A strong economy could lead to higher inflation, which concerns the Federal Reserve. What the Federal Reserve do in this scenario? Well, to control the inflation, they may raise interest rates, tightening up the grip onto the economy and affecting the consumers as well. Now, here's the thing. Well, this is where the good news become a bad news. Federal Reserve sees a strong economy as a signal to raise the interest rate further, and this is in an effort to aiming to combat the inflation. Now, unfortunately, raising the interest rate can negatively impact the consumers, especially those with credit card balances, as they will have to pay higher interest rate payments. When we hear good news about the economy such as low unemployment rate, strong economic numbers, and increasing wages, it seems like a cause for a celebration. However guys, but here is where the things change rapidly. The good news is actually bad news when it comes down to the Federal Reserve and they are concerned about the inflation. Now let's let's take a look at from a Federal Reserve's perspective. Federal Reserve, also known as central bank, and its chairman Jerome Powell, they closely monitor the state of the economy, and to them a good news into the economy like low unemployment and healthy economic growth means one single thing: inflation is too high, and strong economy makes it challenging for inflation to come down. And that's why, to address this issue, Federal Reserve takes action by tightening their grip onto the economy and raising the interest rate. Now, what kind of an impact that will have onto the consumers? Well, you might be wondering, how does this affect you, me, as individuals, as a normal household, as a normal American? Well, here is where it hits our home. As the Federal Reserve raises the interest rates, it puts pressure onto the consumers. Take, for example, credit card balances. For example, the average interest rate onto the credit card has risen nearly 20% up from the last 16% a year ago. Now, this simple little change makes it harder for the consumers to pay off their debts and increase the overall consumer debt. Now, consumer debt, including credit card, debit card, is reaching the record high levels, surpassing trillions and trillions of dollars. Now, this level hasn't been seen the highest into the financial crisis into the 2008. Back then, the stimulus check were implemented to help individuals during economic downturn. Now, the current surge into the economic debt raises a concern, especially for those of you with adjustable interest rate or floating balances. Now, let's take a look at low unemployment. Is it good news or bad news? Although low unemployment rate may seem like a great news on a first sight, the Federal Reserve sees the thing differently. They look at it from a perspective as a sign of an overly strong economy, and this resulting in higher wages, excessive demand for workers. Consequently, Federal Reserve sees the need to slow down the economy, leading to more aggressive interest rate hikes. And that's why we need to keep eye on these two important factors, two key factors. First, we need to monitor Federal Reserve and their approach with the interest rate policies. Also, their continuous interest rate hikes will impact the economy and ultimately consumers as well. Second thing, we need to watch inflation closely as it dominates the headlines, and inflation is a crucial metric that affects our financial landscape. While good news into the economy may initially seem promising, it can have uninterrupted consequences, so be mindful of raising interest rates, increasing consumer debt, and Federal Reserve's policies. Now, you see, inflation plays a significant role in decisions made by Federal Reserve and our country's central bank. They have a benchmark inflation rate of about 2 to 2.5%, and they aim to keep it at that level. Now, if inflation remains high, it doesn't fall within this range, then the Federal Reserve will continue raising the interest rates aggressively again to combat the inflation. Now, again, you might be wondering why that is a bad thing. Well, here is a different perspective to offer. You can think of a recession as a great reset. You can think of recession as a reset for our economy. When economy experiences a significant downturn, it can actually help bring down the inflation. Now, trust me on that, it's a good thing. Recession is actually a good thing. You could say it's a reset for our economy, where end of the one chapter begins the another one. Now, who wants to keep paying higher prices for groceries, other everyday items, necessities? Definitely, I don't want to pay higher costs. I know about you, you don't want it either. Anyways, another factor to consider is unemployment rate. Surprisingly, the large corporations are laying off thousands of employees. You have been seeing unemployment rate either drop or remaining at steady levels. At first, it seems little bit fishy. This raises a very important question about small businesses because they are not making any headlines. You have to ask yourself, are they also letting off the employees? Because those trends will be going to play a significant role in determining a severity of recession or a great reset we are calling. And that's where a big question comes to our mind: when will we going to receive our stimulus check if recession hits the economy? Well, the severity of the recession will largely determine the likelihood of another round of stimulus check. If let's say it's a significant economic contraction, there is a high chance of getting stimulus check being distributed right here into the economy, and these checks are specifically designed to reinitialize the economy, to revitalize the economy by putting the money into the hands of normal American people and encouraging them to spend the money into the economy in different sectors to experience economic growth instantly. Now, let's say if stimulus check were to be distributed, well, fixed income beneficiaries will be included. Well, I can't make any promises, but history repeats itself that low-income fixed income beneficiaries have been included into the previous rounds of stimulus check, and the majority of fixed income beneficiaries such as those receiving Social Security, SSI, SSDI, retirement, low-income fixed income beneficiaries have included into the previous round, so I don't see any reason why they would be excluded from the future rounds as well. Now, to sum it up, we need to understand the relationship between economy and inflation, and potential stimulus check is crucial for navigating our financial lives. Although inflation and interest rate hikes may seem a bad news, recession can serve a reset, bringing the inflation down, elevating the rising prices, and the severity of the recession will be going to impact the likelihood of another round of stimulus check. And like I said, history repeats itself. In the previous rounds of stimulus check, most of the low-income fixed income beneficiaries were included, so you need to keep eye on economic indicators. And remember, I'll be here to provide you all the latest update, all the insights. But as of right now, no fourth stimulus check for any dollar value has been approved. Once I get any latest details, I will keep you up to date on latest updates. So guys, make sure to hit that like, share this video, subscribe, and this is Kedar from How To Guys. See you in the next video.